Whew, day 2 in a row out of 3 or 4 winds occasionally gusting over 50. Morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday. So we've got sprinklers running everywhere. We got lots of broken sprinklers running everywhere. A lot of hoses to fix. I don't know if it's because of the wind or just because. I don't know, 4 different sprinklers that are missing hoses, so that's nice. Let's go see what we get to worry about first. I don't know how well the camera picks up the color, but that wheat is about 90% headed out. And I heard a terrifying sentence, let's put it that way. Tuna last night said, I think by mid to late next week, we're going to be chopping. That scares the crap out of me. Neither chopper is ready, neither pickup head is ready, the merger is in pieces at John Deere. The swather, I think it's ready. We had to put a new battery in it. Nobody shut off the battery disconnect, and that battery was dead, even after being on a charger for 2 days. So the swather's ready. Silage trailers could use a little TLC. Oh my god, my head hurts. My head hurts. First thing I need to do is close this valve. So this allows water to go to the 2 new little pivots. And with the valve open and the pivot being so far below the pond, it'll actually gravity flow a little bit of water down there. Don't need that. I don't even know if you can hear me over the stereo. So in awesome, but also at the same time not awesome news, we're done spreading manure. And we're done with the ripper. I finished manure about noon on Friday, and Cameron finished Friday evening. So that's cool. The not so cool part is now I got to clean that manure spreader. It's got several hundred, if not a couple thousand pounds of manure stuck on the back end where the beaters are, on the inside in the corners, and Bart pointed all that out. We got to get all that off of there before we unhook it, because that's just going to cause rust. Yay! Watch for the front. So last I knew, that was the plan today, was get the manure spreader cleaned up, unhooked, get the disc ripper unhooked, get both tractors in the shop because they need serviced, and then get the 4-wheel drive on the VT so we can start getting it ready because it's broken, and get the 360 into John Deere to pick up our new soil finisher. I'm bet you $100 that plan has changed since not 8 o'clock last night, 7 o'clock last night. It's now 8 in the morning. I guarantee we got a whole different plan. So all that dried on, caked on manure has got to come off. It'll be interesting. See how this goes. According to the scale, I took right at 1,000 pounds off. As you can see, there's still quite a bit of stuff on there. Combination of dry stuck on manure and these high winds. I was having hell with the big pressure hose. Talked to Bart. I was like, probably ought to take the steam cleaner to it, because the big one is on the inside. The track for the floor chain, I couldn't hardly get that stuff to peel out at all. I'm thinking with our steam cleaner, it'll work better. Problem is, I can't get up to the shop to use it. So we've got the bucket truck in there. Bart and Glenn, we're ripping the starter out of it because it finally shot crap on us. Still got the planter sitting here working on it. I'll get into that one later. Cameron's got the 360 pulled in the back door, doing a full service on it, and they've had the loaders on the outside at the back door greasing, blowing them out and stuff. The older loader, the one we've been doing manure with, trying to make some repairs to some stuff we knew was wrong. So there's just nowhere for me to get pulled up to that back door where the pressure washer is. So I've just been kind of helping out there in the shop for the last. I spent 2.5 hours down at the truck washout using the big 2-inch hose down there. But yeah, now I'm going to get lunch. God, we need a rain bad. Freaking dry land south of town is really starting to take off in these winds now. That's big today. So apparently, I was drunk texting with the crop insurance agent last night. I got a meeting today at 1:30 to go over and work on maps. One of those things that really needed to be done, but I guess today in the wind is as good a day as any. Maybe I'm a little smarter when I'm drinking. I'll go with that. Well, that was 2 fun-filled hours. Just looking there, the tractor's not there. Cameron, I think, went to go get the finisher. Be interested to see how that works. I'm gonna see, because there's no loader at the back door, if I can either bring the spreader down to keep power washing or help the guys work on the corn planter, because it's still not ready. It's so pretty. 30-foot Landau finisher. Why a 30-foot? Because that's what was available. Huh. Now that's a wrench. Okay. Let's see what this thing can do. So why a finisher? It's been on our need list for several years because our only other thing that came close to that is this old sunflower field cultivator we have out back here, and we hated it. We hate everything about it, but it's 20 years old. It's wore out. We wanted something. We need something with the discs on the front because, well, weeds grow around here. So we needed the discs up front to kind of chop them up so it doesn't make such a big ball mess as it goes through all the sweeps. We needed a better rolling basket on the back. And this one doesn't have a lot of stuff I wanted. It's not the size I wanted, but it's what was available. If you've tried to order tillage pieces from Landau, like we just threw out, we talked to a Landau rep at Colorado Farm Show. Said, how long is the wait for a 40-foot soil finisher? And he said anywhere from 12 to 18 months. Our deer dealer just happened to be getting this one in because we were talking to him about it. You know, said, hey, see what you can find. And he goes, hey, we've got this one coming in that for some reason isn't marked as sold. He goes, I will throw your guys' name on it if you want it. Now it's smaller than what we wanted, but the 360 can handle it. So we're not limited to only the 470. We wanted to go 40 foot, get something bigger, but then you're limited to only one tractor can pull it. If something goes wrong with 4-wheel drive, you got nothing that can pull it. So my theory is that tractor, the way we put ours on, will be wore out about the same time that finisher is, because I'm planning on using that a lot. We use our VT for a lot of stuff now that is a much better machine for. So my theory is this combination will wear out at the same time. Bart absolutely hates these front suspensions these tractors have because they leak oil all the time. You're constantly changing seals. And I'm just becoming less and less of a fan of the IVT transmission as we tend to keep blowing them up. So I want to trade out that 8R for a 9R, and then we can have bigger tillage equipment. That's the theory, but it's bound to change. Okay, so one of our biggest issue with this, as I talked about in a different video, GPS settings. So that changed. That went from 1 to a 5, checked both of those. All of a sudden, that gave us GPS up here. Why? I do not know. And neither did the salesman, but it did. The other big thing we're struggling with this year is our hookup. So I don't know if you can tell, the third link right up in there, we don't have a pin in it. We've always ran a pin in it because when it was originally set up, they had it hooked up with a pin. Everyone that we've talked to said that's why we're having trouble breaking the bolts on the lift assist, and it makes a lot of sense. The problem is we can't get this thing level the way we're reading the book. We've talked, well, not we, Bart's talked to I think 2 different guys about how to set it up, and they say whenever it's down, you use the upper part of that third link to push on the frame. I don't know if you can tell, that's making contact to push the top of that frame back so that way it'll ride level. The book talks about a 2-inch gap. And to us, I think the way I'm reading the book, that's only for in transport mode. So I don't know. To me, it's weird that you don't want a third link pin in, but you want to use the third link to physically push on the frame. I don't get it. But I don't get a lot of things. But now we had to readjust our lift assist wheels to get it leveled. We're pretty close, so I'm going to fold it up and see how that goes. So I guess I can show you that real quick. So here I'm in operations, fold, active. I do believe he's got it on number 1. And that's how this thing folds. Somebody says it looks like something out of Star Wars. I think my dad said that. And there we go. It looks like one of them fighters out of Star Wars. Well, we finally reached the end of a very frustrating and draining day. Cattle are looking good. Glad we cleaned a lot of these pens. There wasn't much to blow around and drive them crazy. But it's amazing how when you have wind like this all day long for repetitive days, how negative everybody can get. Oh, and you just look around. We irrigated everything kind of right through here the last couple days. That's all gone. Wind just sucks the water out of plants, out of the soil. That went backwards. We got 4 pivots right now we can't even turn on because we don't have enough electricity. Ponds are getting full. We're gonna have to board off water that we desperately need because we can't physically get power to it in this wind. It's just, oh, it's frustrating. But on a positive note, because we're gonna end this positive, I do believe the planter is damn near ready. I see 1 vacuum hose that needs a little work. We got 1 tire that needs a little work. Maybe take the tire that Cameron did fix and turn it around so it's facing the right direction because he put it on backwards. We've all taken a turn making fun of him for that. It's a beautiful day out other than the wind. The crops are looking great compared to a year ago. It's a good day. It's a good day. Even though it's going to be windy all day again tomorrow, it's going to be a good day. God, and I don't know if I've said this yet. The truly terrifying thing I've heard yesterday and today. Chopping starting the end of next week. Smart, I joked with Dale. Well, you're going to have to go buy 2 new choppers because we don't got one that's ready. Ah! Gotta love it. I can feel sand in my hair. No, we're ending positive. Look at that beautiful hay. We've got a shot at a good first cutting. I'll talk to you guys later.